Do you know you can make your own palm oil at home? Yes, in the comfort of your kitchen, you can make your own palm oil. Hello, Value family. You're welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, I'm going to share with you on how to make your own palm oil at home. This is very easy, one of the easiest methods you are going to find. At least you know what you are eating, right? And the only ingredient you'll be making use of is this palm fruit. And I'm just making sure to watch this very well before we proceed to cook it. So into your pot, you're going to pour in the already washed palm fruit into the pot. I'll proceed to pour in water that will cover up this palm fruit. You're going to cover up your pot and allow this to cook. You really want this to cook till it's very soft. That way, it is very easy for you to pound or use your food processor to process it. So I'm going to stir this to make sure that it's well immersed in this water. Cover it up and allow this to cook. And one thing I want to add, whenever you are making your ofakwo or banga or even extract your own palm oil, make sure to buy the palm fruits that have more flesh than the seed itself. So that is what I did. About 15 minutes later, this is boiling up and we are going to check on the palm fruit if it is soft enough. And how you will know that your palm fruit is soft is when you just use your hand, touch the one of the palm fruit. If it feels very soft, that you can feel the seed of the palm fruit, you just know that it is soft enough. And at this stage, this was already soft, and I'm just going to turn off our heat, allow this to cool down a little bit before we proceed to use it. But if you're using your mortar, you can just go ahead and start pounding. So I'll just allow this to cool a little bit because I'll be using my food processor to do that. It's still a little bit hot, it's not entirely cool. So I'm just transferring everything into the food processor, not everything, just do this batch by batch. So I'll add in some into the food processor, cover it up, and I'll allow the food processor to do its own thing. This is the easier method to the pounding with your mortar and pestle. You're just going to give it the same result, just like you're going to be doing this in batches and allow the food processor to do its own work. Please, this is not a blender, and I'm using the plastic blade for this, not the sharp one. The plastic blade is what we are using to extract, to just break down the palm fruit, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to transfer to the big bowl and continue with the rest of the palm fruit till we are exhausted with everything. And this is what it looks like. This is the final one, so I'm just adding it into the big bowl. And I use a total of one paint custard bucket for this extraction. So I'm also going to get the one I'm going to use for my ofakwo and some of oha soup. You're going to get the banga extract from this, and you're also going to get your palm oil. So it's a win-win situation. So anytime you want to extract your palm fruit, just take that opportunity and make your own palm oil at home. That one you can enjoy it raw, eat it with your yam and everything. So what you'll be using for this extraction is cold water, like very cold water. I brought this water out from my freezer. So this is very cold water. So just add it in and stir this all together. I just found out that this method helps you to extract more from these palm fruits. That's if you're using the cold water, unlike using the hot water. So I'm just going to add in more cold water, just adding plenty of the cold water. What the cold water does here is that it's just going to allow the oil to come to the top. Just imagine when you add a cold water to a bottle of oil, you're just going to congeal that and make it to like solidified at the top. So this is what the cold water is doing to this palm fruit. So after a while, you're going to see the oil come to the top, and that way you can scoop at the top into a different bowl. You can see the oil at the top. So what you're going to do, you are going to be scooping this out, and after scooping, add in more water, squeeze that, and just scoop. Is that easy? This is going to save you time from boiling and boiling and boiling. Like it's going to save you time from boiling this for hours on top of your gas or your any fire you are using. So you're going to just scoop at the top, just like this. So once you feel that you don't have any other thing to scoop out from the top, add in more water, more of your cold water. Use your hands if you wish and squeeze that out. It's going to float back to the top, and you're going to continue this process till you are exhausted every oil you feel that you have in your pan can. At this junction, I was already tired. Let me show you guys what we've gotten so far. At least the bowl I'm using for this extraction is already full. So I'm satisfied with this one for the palm oil. The rest of the palm fruit in the bowl, you can decide to squeeze it more with your hands and pass it through your sieve. That way you've gotten some banga extracts for anything that requires you to cook with banga. That way is a win-win situation. You have for your palm oil and you have the paste to cook with, and this is what we'll be working with. I'm not going to put this on fire, no. This is going to consume most of our time. So I'm just going to transfer this to our freezer. Just cover it and put it inside the freezer. We are going to come back to this the next day. Just leave it about 12 to 24 hours depending on the time you have. So the next day you can see the oil has already come to the top and it has solidified very well. So I'm going to take out this oil and transfer to the pot. Just scoop out all the oil. You can see the water have settled at the bottom of this. So we're going to take out every oil from this, transfer this to a pot, and this is the first time we are bringing this to a boil. Just make sure to take out every part of this solidified oil part. You can see some of these solidified parts still have water or liquid in them. So I'm going to bring this to a boil so that the water can dry out. So this is what we are doing at this point, because like I told you earlier, making your own palm oil at home is very easy and is a win-win situation. You've gotten your banga extract and you're going to get a fresh palm oil. Those ones you can even eat raw because you know how it is made. There is nothing added to it. You are sure of what you are eating. So this is a win-win situation. So we are going to transfer this right now to our stove top and begin to cook. This is the first time this is actually going through the fire process after boiling. So this is just going to gradually dissolve. After dissolving, the water will start drying out and you get to see your freshly made palm oil. This is already drying out. At this stage, some people add in yam to it. Just your raw yam, cut it, peel the back, wash, and add it in. It's not going to affect the taste of the palm oil at all. The yam is just going to help to absorb the water in the oil and it will make this to dry out faster. That is the work of the yam in. And some people add salt to their own so that the palm oil will have taste. They can actually taste it and they tell you that the palm oil is sweet. But I'm going to make this one very plain. You're going to allow this water to dry. So once the oil, you feel that the oil is already frying, you know when your oil is frying, you should know that the water has properly dried and is now the oil that is frying. So this is when you have to turn off your heat. So stir this occasionally and you can see it's beginning to fry. It's no longer, the water has all dried out. So we are going to allow this to cool down a little bit before I sieve this through. And just like that, guys, your fresh palm oil is ready. It is that easy. Once you start the process, you understand that it is very easy to make. And we are going to pour this through the sieve because you just want your palm oil to be as fresh, no impurities inside it. So you're going to sieve this through this, and this is it. And this can last as long as you want. There is no difference with this one and those store bought ones. So before you tell me that there is no preservative, you don't need preservative for your oil. So once you dry out the water very well, it can last so well and is not going to have any aftertaste. And you are sure of what you are consuming. Because what is going on in the market these days, how they mix a lot of substance to the palm oil to maximize profit and make it very red. You are sure of what you are consuming, and this kind of palm oil you make at home, you have this satisfaction. So if you have really enjoyed this recipe, please let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not done that yet. I will see you guys soon with another amazing recipe. For now, get to work and make your own palm oil. Bye.